I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm calling it a devotional because I'm not trying to be a preacher. I'm not. But I'm going to call it a devotional. Anyway, so it has occurred to me that there is a lot of hate in this world. And it goes from way big, like there was just a little girl murdered in my hometown, like 11 years old, poor baby. And I mean, thoughts and prayers go out to her, but just the amount of evil that it takes to do that is, you're moving the table, is amazing. Terribly amazing.
And there's a lot of mean people.
Yeah. And like I see posts on Facebook, just little things. It's like, I'm not going to give you the best version of me. I'm going to give you the version you deserve. That's hate. And what's that other one everybody shares? Don't cross oceans for people who wouldn't jump puddles for you. That's hate. Okay? It's not just murder that is hate. There's hate in your heart if you are trying to be that way. And so I'm just going to tell you. We're going to start with, I should have labeled my bookmarks. Now I don't know which one goes where. I'm going to start in 1 John. Where it says, 1 John 4:8. Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love. God is love. That means without God. Look. That means without God, humanity is prone to evil, and it is human nature without God to hate, because it's an absence of love. And so, I mean, if you have any room for hate in your heart, you're not loving God enough. Because you should love so much, so many people. You should love everyone and everything. You should love, because if you have room for hate, you don't have enough God. Because you don't have enough love. And we know that we're supposed to love people. Okay, so John 15:12. That is Romans again. Okay, John 15:12. My command is this: love each other as I have loved you. Jesus came to earth to love and to show us how to love, because we were hating. And so Jesus comes and he says, don't just love each other. Love each other the way I've loved you. Did Jesus ever once hate anybody? Did he ever once say, I'm not going to give you the best version of me? Did he ever once say, I'm not going to go the extra mile for you? Did he ever once say, you sin differently than me, so I'm not going to have nothing to do with you? He didn't. He had dinner with sinners and tax collectors and just people that the world hated. He had dinner with them. And that's how you're supposed to do it. You're not supposed to be like, and I'm going to use the LGBT because I feel like that's the one that Christians are having the most trouble grasping, because that's not just a one-time sin. That's a lifestyle of sin. And I truly do believe that this book says one man, one woman, not to lay with man as you do woman. And okay, but that's a sin, just like any other sin. That, I mean, I don't understand why there's so much hatred around that one thing. And I get that it's not just, like if I go smoke, do drugs or what, I don't know what sin I'm going to do, but if I go do it, I do it one time, I feel bad, I ask forgiveness, it's a one-time sin. But that kind of relationship is a lifestyle sin. It's like, okay, but Christians don't have that kind of sin issue when it comes to, like, a hooker or something. Can you say that? That's not what it's called now. I'm sorry if I offended you. That's not what it's called now. I don't remember what it's called now. Anyway, but like that, Christians don't seem to have that problem with that sin, and that's a lifestyle sin. But I'm not going to get into that right now. Anyway, the point is that we have to love the way Jesus loved. We have to have dinner with them. We have to talk with them. We have to be friends with them. And then pray for them. And I understand that the Bible says don't tolerate sin. And the Bible says, you know, if your brother's sinning and you don't let him know that you see it as a sin, his sin's on your head now. And I get that. I get it. Okay? We can't tolerate sin. We can't just be like, oh, he's sinning, that's fine. And we can't not tell them, because then it's on our head. But you can love through that. And you should be like, hey, you know, you're a pretty cool guy. I don't agree with that biblically, but I'm going to be your friend. I'm going to love you. I'm come over for dinner and we'll have, you know, we like tiramisu here. We're going to have some tiramisu. Come on. That's what it's supposed to be. That's what love is. That is not tolerating sin. That is not putting their sin on your, but it's still loving. Okay? Like, listen, you guys. Okay? I don't agree with your sin. I biblically, I think it's wrong, but I think it's a sin, just like, you know, if, you know, when I cuss, when I drink, it's a sin. So you do that. You pray for them then. You have told them your piece about it, and then you let it go. You go pray for them. My shirt is dirty. I got chocolate on there cooking. Anyway. But you go pray for them. You don't hate them. You don't boycott them. You don't, I don't even know what, but you always put forth your best self. You always go that extra mile for people. And if you have made an enemy of someone based on their lifestyle, you love them anyway. Because right here in Luke, I'm about to make y'all mad. In Luke, where'd I mark it? Luke 6:35. For those of you who don't believe me, and I don't know why you wouldn't, because it's preached everywhere, but I don't know why people aren't listening. But love your enemies. Do good to them. And lend to them without expecting to get anything back. Then your reward will be great. And you will be children of the Most High, because He is kind to the ungrateful and wicked. Be merciful just as your Father is merciful. And that was 36 too. So what did He say? What did He say? I'm going to do you like I do my kids. What did He say right there? Yeah. You got to be kind to your enemies. You got to love your enemies. You got to love everybody. You got to be kind to them. And I'm not talking about like boycotting their stores and like talking bad about them and like having nothing to do with them, but then like donating to their charity. That's not love. That's self-service. That is making yourself feel good. That's, I don't like them, but I'm going to do this anyway, so I'm a good person. No. Oh, okay. We're grown-ups here. We're grown-ups. We know how to read something and understand it, right? Love your enemy. Love. Now, for those of you who don't think that you can love your enemy and also not tolerate their sin, we're going to go over to Proverbs. We are at Proverbs 10:12. Hatred stirs up conflict. Well, yeah, we've seen that from the protests and the riots and the boycotting of bakeries, and I don't even know. But love covers all wrong. Love covers all wrong. If you love them, even if you don't tell them and you take their sin on your head, love covers all wrongs. I mean, sure, you're probably going to have to answer for it in front of God one day. And you probably should ask forgiveness for not telling them your opinions. But, like, listen. You love, and it covers all wrong. All wrongs. Love covers all wrongs. All of them. All of them. Now, this book is not pick and choose. It's not trail mix, and it's not, free to edit material. It says, love covers all wrongs, all of them. You can't say love covers most of the wrongs. You can't say love covers one wrong. Love covers the one wrong that I was mad about. No. Love covers all wrongs, all of them. I'm slowing it down, you guys, because I'm making y'all mad. I'm telling y'all that everything you've been doing your whole life's been wrong. Sorry, my husband called. But anyway, back to where we were. I'm making everybody mad because I'm telling y'all everything you done's wrong. You can't hate people because of their sins. You can't hate people at all. It don't matter what they've done to you. So we're at Romans 12:21. And this is just the icing on the cake, you guys. I done made my peace about this, but this is the icing on the cake. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. So all this evil, all this, I'm not going to be nice to you, blah, blah, blah. If somebody does that to you, you be nice to them. That's all it is. You overcome their evil with good. You overcome your own evil with good. You overcome everybody's evil with good. There's too much hate in this world. And I'm sick of it. I have to raise my kids in this. I have to raise my kids in this world. And there's so much hate in it. And I'm tired of it. There's not enough God in this world. And we need to bring him on in. And a lot of the Christians are part of the problem. There's Christians having protests and riots and crazy stuff. Like, not to drop any names, but one specific church that seems to want to boycott all the veterans' funerals, like, that just breaks my heart. Like, my husband's a veteran, thank you very much. There's so much hate in the world, and I have to raise my kids in it, you guys. So we have to spread this. We have to spread the love. We have to share our love, because they're not getting it from anywhere else. God is love. So we have to stop being petty and spread love. Okay? God is love. Without him, humans are evil. Evil. Hatred. Terrible people. But he tells us to love each other. More than loving each other, we have to love our enemies. And do good to them. And be kind to them. So what are you doing today? Spreading love or spreading hate?